There's a lot of people out there that like snakes, but they give me the creeps, man. I think it's because they've got no arms and legs. The way they move across the ground, I don't know why they give me the creeps big time, and I just don't want to be around them. So I thought this video would be really useful because I love traveling to America and I also want to avoid snakes.
What did I learn while researching snakes in the United States? What myths do most of us wrongfully believe?
Wow, that one's so small.
I'm going to explain those things and more in this video. After our insect video we did like last week, I got a ton of questions and suggestions about making a snake video. People wanted to know which state had the most types of snakes, which one had the most venomous snakes.
I reckon Texas has got to be in this list. Texas, Arizona, states that get really hot, Nevada.
And which state has the most deaths caused by snake bites. That last one is where I learned the first myth about snakes. Not a lot of people die from snake bites every year. As a matter of fact, normally less than 10 people get croaked by snakes in the US every year, like 5, 6, 7 maybe. In today's video, we're gonna list states that have the most types of snakes and some stories about people that have been bitten and died in those states. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 10, California. This one isn't a surprise, especially for a guy like myself who grew up in this state and spent a lot of weekends in the desert riding motorcycles and sandrails. California is a large state with many different ecosystems. They have more than 33 snake species in this state, and many of them are found just in California. California has 6 venomous snakes, 1 native, the saw-scaled viper.
Dude, this one would be so easy to miss. It like camouflages really well with these leaves.
May be responsible for more deaths than all the other snake species combined. Now, it's not just because the snake is active or it's more aggressive or anything like that. It is, but California's a big state and it's got a lot of people, so the opportunity's there. But probably the most impressive and most well-known California snake is the western diamondback rattlesnake. This snake can grow up to 6 feet long and has a venomous bite that can be fatal to humans. However, despite its reputation, the western diamondback is an important part of California's ecosystem. Now, here's the death in California from snake bites. William Price, 67. This happened in 2010. Price was bitten above the ankle while wading across a stream in Southern California east of San Diego. He was taking part in a study of steelhead trout that was funded by a grant from the Department of Fish and Game. But California has 33 snake species.
Wow. I mean, that one that camouflaged really well. I mean, unless you're really looking at the ground, you'd miss it. I think I'd miss it for sure.
Number 9, Alabama. Now, a lot of people just think about rattlesnakes and they think they're only in the desert, and this whole list is going to be about desert states. Definitely not. The South shows up pretty strong on this list. Alabama's just the first of many. Alabama has 43 species of snake, which include the copperhead, the cottonmouth, eastern diamondback rattlesnake, timber rattlesnake, pygmy rattlesnake, and eastern coral snake. When I was in basic training, the cycle before us, the drill sergeants were telling us a story about a guy who, at the firing range, jumped in a foxhole they have set up so you can practice shooting. Well, he didn't look, and there was a coral snake in there that had gotten in there overnight, and he got bit a couple times. He survived, but he got bit a few times. The drill sergeant said they always tell you to identify the snake, so he got bit, tried to grab it so he could identify it, and got bit 2 more times, and finally they got him to the hospital. He came up with the drill sergeant's holding a coral snake in his hand. But Alabama is home to a variety.
Oh, look at the fangs. Oh my God, could you imagine those going into your thigh or your arm? Oh.
Of snakes, including the copperhead. This venomous snake is known for its distinct copper-colored head. Hey, how'd it get the name? I don't know. It is often found in wooded areas, but it is rarely seen by humans because it is a very reclusive animal. Oliver Chum Baker was 52. Baker was at his home near Lewis Smith Lake when he was bitten by a copperhead snake and lost consciousness within 2 minutes. CPR was performed, but he was taken to a local hospital in critical condition. Baker was later airlifted to Huntsville Hospital, where he died on May 27th, 2019. Alabama has 43 species of snake.
So even if they get you the anti-venom, is there no guarantee that you'll make it? Like,
Number 8, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is considered a southern state, and some people consider it a western state, so you know it's going to have some snakes. Oklahoma is home to a variety of snake species, including the western diamondback, the copperhead, and the timber rattlesnake. In the wooded areas of eastern Oklahoma, the timber rattlesnake is a common sight. This snake has a very distinct sounding rattle, and it's often encountered by hikers and hunters. Things like that. But it does play a big role. It keeps the rodent population down. Side note to that, if you want me to do a rodent or vermin version of this video series, let me know in the comment section below. Barry Lester was 57 years old on April 29th, 2018. He was in Osage County, Oklahoma. Lester was driving down the road when he spotted the rattlesnake. He tried to move it to safety, but was bitten on both hands. Lester collapsed shortly thereafter and was pronounced dead.
He got bit on both hands. Jeez, man. I mean, you get bit once, you'd be like, get away from me. Like, how did he get bit on both hands?
Oklahoma has 46 species of snake. Number 7, Georgia. The Peach State's got some snakes, just like all southern states, I guess. Georgia has a large, diverse snake population. Its snakes live all over the state, including brown water, queen, common gardener, and ringneck snakes. Georgia is home to a variety of snakes, but one of the most impressive is the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Yeah, they got them here too. This snake can actually get up to 8 feet long, but this is another one that's really reclusive, so it's rarely seen. In Waverly, Georgia, we hear the sad tale of Priscilla Meredith. She was 62 years old. Meredith was bitten by a timber rattlesnake when she went to sit down in her friend's garden on May 17th. She was put into a medically induced coma for several weeks until her death on June 12th. Meredith was not able to receive antivenom due to her allergies.
Wow, the color on this one is so cool, to be fair. The color of the scales,
which her doctor said would have put her life at risk. You know, I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into that one, but I think being bitten by a venomous snake kind of puts your life at risk already. I think I'd roll the dice with the antivenom myself. There are 46 types of snake in Georgia. Number 6, Florida. Just like Georgia, Florida has 46 types of snake. Florida's wild areas have more snakes than any state on the East Coast. Its native snakes include Florida brown snake, the ringneck snake, eastern diamondback.
Look how tiny this snake is. This can't be, is this like a baby snake? Like, this can't be fully grown.
Rattlesnake, the coral snake, and the cottonmouth. Florida's known for its alligators, but it's also home to a variety of snakes. Eastern coral snake is the big one. It's a brightly colored snake that has distinctive red, yellow, and black bands and is highly venomous. Despite its venom, the eastern coral snake is not aggressive towards humans and is rarely seen. Sadly, Braden Bullard, age 4 in 2014, saw one. He was bitten while planting watermelons in his backyard in Briceville, Florida. He was rushed to the hospital but died 2 weeks later. According to a witness, Price stopped breathing within minutes of being bitten. Price was airlifted to a medical center, but he did die later. Florida has 46 species of snake.
God, 4 years old. Man, that's so unfair. Little kid.
Number 5, New Mexico. Back out west, we go to New Mexico. You kind of got to expect New Mexico to have a bunch of rattlesnakes. And if you're expecting it, guess what? They got them. New Mexico has almost 50 species of snake. Now, I've seen 2 different reports, and all of them were the same. They all said, you know, if it was 33, the other one said 33. New Mexico's the only one that had different reports. One said they had 46, and another one said they had 50 species of snake. Some of the snakes found in New Mexico include the western diamondback, the Mojave rattlesnake, the Sonora coral snake, and the prairie rattlesnake. In the grassy plains of New Mexico, a group of researchers recently discovered a new species of snake. The snake was named the muscalero. It's a black-headed snake and only found in small regions of the state, and is unique due to its distinctive black head. I couldn't find any stories on New Mexico of anyone dying from a snake bite, and I searched, so I thought I'd give one that I found amazing from Kentucky. Before I get into this one, I will tell you how this scenario has played out several times in Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, and a few other places. But this one happened in Kentucky. I don't know what the deal is with people including snakes in their church services, but it happened. James Coots, 42, this happened on February 15th, 2014. Coots was bitten on the right hand during a service at his Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus' Name Church in Middleborough, Kentucky. God, that church is even a mouthful. After the bite, Coots dropped the 2 snakes that he had and picked them back up to continue the ceremony.
What the hell is wrong with you, man? Are you telling me? Imagine he gets bit by a snake and then he picks up the snake with his bitten hand and holds onto it for even longer. What is this guy thinking?
Later, he was driven home. When paramedics arrived, his relatives refused medical treatment for him, saying that it was inconsistent with his religion. He died at home. I was just kind of looking at the different deaths that they had mentioned. I would say in the last 20 years, the most common places you will get bit by a snake is your garden or something.
Is that not one of the dumbest things you've ever heard, guys?
Somebody else's garden? And at a church service. When I went to church, the only thing I was afraid of was getting beat by a nun with a ruler, not being bitten by a venomous snake. Honestly. And yes, that whole thing about nuns hitting you with a ruler, it happens. I've been clubbed with a yardstick before. Sister Aurelia Joseph. But New Mexico has 46 species of snake.
Dude, did you see how quickly that snakes are just so quick.
Number 4, Missouri. The United States has more than 50 snake species, and 47 of them live in Missouri. Here you'll find eastern yellow-bellied racers, northern scarlets, prairie ringnecks, and western worms. They also got several subspecies like the hognose. When you're looking at hognose, they got the eastern and the plains version. You'll also find a few venomous species like the western cottonmouth and the Massasauga, which is a rattlesnake. In July of 2014, Timothy Levins, who was 52 at the time, was camping at Sam A. Baker State Park in Missouri. Levins walked outside, saw a snake, and brought it to the attention of his sons. He decided to show it to his sons, I guess, and he picked it up, and the snake bit him.
Oh man, this ain't show and tell.
Levins walked back into the cabin, washed his hands at the kitchen sink, and sat down on the couch. When he became sick, someone from a neighboring cabin came over to help perform CPR. Levins was later pronounced dead at an area hospital. There are 47 species of snake in Missouri.
Oh my God, like as if you see a snake and you're like, hey boys, come and look at this. Like, no.
Number 3, Louisiana. Back to the south we go. Louisiana is home to a variety of snake species, including the copperhead, cottonmouth, and eastern diamondback rattlesnake. In the swamps and bayous of Louisiana, the cottonmouth is a common sight. This is a venomous snake known for its aggressive behavior, and it's sometimes called the water moccasin. Brian L. Bristow was 28 in 1971, and he had been collecting snakes in a bag when one of them bit him on the hand, and it was a water moccasin. This was in Garysville, Louisiana, on December 29, 1971. He did not survive. There are 48 species of snake in Louisiana.
What's going to be number 1? Why haven't we... We've not mentioned Nevada, have we? We've not seen it yet, no.
Number 2, Arizona. Here we go. This is a place that just screams snake. When I think about being bitten by a rattlesnake, it's going to happen in Arizona because I was brought up on cowboy movies, and that's always where you found the rattlesnakes.
I think there's a snake called the Arizona diamondback, isn't there? That's meant to be really venomous.
And quicksand. I really used to think people were going to die of quicksand all the time. Matter of fact, when kids would disappear when I was younger, I always thought maybe it was the quicksand. Has anyone ever thought of that? There are 52 species of snake living in Arizona. 13 of those are rattlesnake species. More than 1/3 of the world's rattlesnake species are believed to live in Arizona. Not all rattlesnakes are the same. In the desert region, the Mojave rattlesnake is known to have venom that is much more potent than other species of rattlesnakes. In fact, its venom is so potent that it can cause significant damage to human tissue and organs, even if you get the anti-venom. In October of 2007, Jackie Ledwell, 63 years old, was bitten by one while she was just taking a walk in Paulden, Arizona. Just out for her walk and got bit by a rattlesnake, and that was it. Arizona's got 52 types of snake. All right, before we get to number 1, don't forget we have another channel called On This Day. There's a link for that down below. We'd love it if you went over and subscribed. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, Texas.
Texas. Wow.
Yes, Texas is big. Texas is a western state. So yeah, it's going to have some snakes. It's not just the western desert part. You got the whole area over there by Houston, all the way to the Louisiana border that gets kind of swampy. And you're going to have some wonderful species of venomous snake in the swamps. When you're looking for the state with the most species of snakes, Texas wins handily with 68. Some of the snakes found in Texas include the western diamondback rattlesnake, the coral snake, copperhead, copperhead, and cottonmouth. In the remote desert regions of West Texas, a group of researchers once discovered a rare species of snake that had never been seen before. The snake had unique markings and was eventually named the Trans-Pecos rat snake. It was a significant discovery for the area and still studied to this day. Grant Thompson was 18 on July 14, 2015. Thompson was found unresponsive in his car in a Lowe's store parking lot in Austin, Texas. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A monocled cobra that he was known to own was missing and was later found dead nearby, having been run over by a car. An autopsy was performed, and they figure Thompson pushed his own off button, letting his snake be a snake. Texas has 68 snakes to choose from. All right, that's today's video. Hope
Man, super creepy, honestly. I just don't know why. I guess everybody has certain animals that they maybe have a bit of a phobia for. Some people don't really like bats, spiders, bugs. I don't really mind any of those, but for some reason, snakes let me know if you're of a similar way to me. Like, I just don't know what it is about them. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and check out the video I'm going to link right here. See you there.